Tell me it's windy. Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my third YouTube video. Almost said two. Third YouTube video. But today, you guys are gonna get a cold air intake install. I went with the Injen cold air intakes because they are carb legal here in California. Alright, so before I get started working on this, I'm going to do a before and after revving of the engine, because when I installed cold air intakes on my brother's G37, you could like really hear the difference of like the engine just sucking in the air. You can hear the difference between the stock and the aftermarket cold air intakes. So yeah, let me go ahead and rev this thing up really quick. Sounds pretty nice there. So yeah, time to get it going. All right, so I got the hoses and everything ready to go, but there's that thing right there, the clamp that I got to tighten, and oh my goodness, most difficult thing I've ever had to do on a car. Fuck, I should block this. I don't want shit getting in there, but this is so annoying. This makes me want to do an engine swap even faster. All right, so little life update. Things just never like going my way, so I'm not gonna be able to finish it today, but I'll probably get it done tomorrow. All right, so pretty much what I have to do, I have to get this thing trimmed down, probably like maybe about ½ an inch, because as it sits right now, like it already touches that little connector thing or metal piece, whatever the hell it is, and it doesn't fit up here, you see. So I think that taking off like ½ an inch from this side should do the trick, but we'll see. This is so annoying. I really wish car parts would just fit in perfectly, you know, but things just don't always go as planned. So I'm gonna get it tomorrow, get it done, and then I'll show you guys the after sound of the car with the intakes on. All right, so here's a quick update. It is now, what day is today? It's Wednesday. I started this yesterday on Tuesday, and I had to stop because I couldn't get this to fit in there. Let me turn this off. So I couldn't get this to fit in because it was just way too long, so I had to cut some off the bottom and some off the top, and now it fits in perfectly. Although, well, not necessarily perfectly. When I put it in, I heard the intake scrape up against this tube, so I'm hoping nothing chipped off and like there's like some piece of like metal or something floating around in there that's waiting to go in once I turn the engine on. So I don't know, fingers crossed. We'll find out in a bit. I'm gonna turn on the engine in a bit. I gotta finish cutting and or trimming this hose and like getting it connected. All right, so here's an update. It runs fine. It feels normal. The only thing that I did notice is that the oil pressure, damn, this thing is dirty. The oil pressure is reading lower than it usually does. It's usually around like 30, between 30 and 60, and it every now and then goes like a little bit below 30, but this time it's a lot lower than usual. I mean, it's done this before a few months ago, but I haven't noticed that in a while. I haven't noticed it do that in a while, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that's fine. I mean, I've heard these cars for the most part usually have like issues with that, the oil pressure sensor, so I'm not too worried about that. Check engine light is not on, nothing's on, everything else is fine. Well, I just covered that up. Nothing's on, everything else is fine, so I think we're good to go. I'm just gonna make sure I keep an eye on that oil pressure, see if it goes back to normal or if it stays below. And if it stays below, I might just end up buying an aftermarket one, because I know that's something that a lot of people, or a lot of the forums that I've read online, recommend. We do anyways, the Z32 owners do. So yeah, let me go ahead and do a quick little rev. With the intake, see if you hear any difference. Now we're going for the drive. So got my GoPro recording, we're all set. Let's do it. Just make sure I get out of this parking spot. Turning the same way. Let's get there. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I've been driving the car with the intake for a few days now, but the very first thing I noticed when the first time I drove it was that it actually feels like it's more responsive. For example, like first and second gear, which is where like you actually feel most of the power for this car. Like the throttle, what am I? I'm in third right now. You can't really see it. Who am I kidding? But it feels more responsive, so I'm kind of happy with that. And honestly, I wish I had dynoed it before so that I can see if it actually makes a difference or not. But I think it did. And I'm hoping to dyno this soon so that I can see how much power it's putting and see whether I want to keep doing more performance mods, considering that I want to swap the engine out. But yeah, let me drop it down to second. Oh! I'm kidding, that was exaggerated. One thing that I wanted to talk about was how much money I've spent on this car and the reason why I went with this over a 350Z or 370Z or G37S. Because honestly, the money I've spent on this car, I probably could have bought like a G37S or maybe not 370Z, but 350Z HR for sure. But yeah, so I mean, when I bought this car, honestly, like I was kind of looking for a project, something's rattling like crazy. I was looking for something older that I can work on myself. Little did I know how complicated this VG engine is, but anyways, yeah, no, I wanted something that's unique. So like, believe it or not, like I really like 350Zs and G35s and G37s. Like my brother, I love my brother's G37S, but 350Zs, you kind of see them everywhere, and that's one thing that I really like about this car. It's unique. Like you barely ever even see it on the streets, you know. So like right now it's I love it. It's slow, but that's definitely something that's gonna change soon. Well, not soon, but it'll change at some point. Second gear, 20 roll. Throttle's gonna go all the way in. Let's see how well this is. See, so it feels more responsive, honestly. Like I feel like the throttle is more responsive and it has a little more push to it. So I'm actually a little happy with that. I'm content, and hopefully I can find another mod to do to it that'll keep bringing that power up, because I really hate the fact that this car is so slow. But yeah, anyways, back to why I got this car. So yeah, I wanted something that's unique, and like despite being a 30-year-old car, I feel like this car really does a good job, like looking good. Like it's aged well, you know. Like people till this day like still turn around and like check the car out, and I can see them, and like, you know how much joy that brings to me. But aside from that, it's like, if you have car enthusiasts, this car, something that it does a really good job getting is compliments. Like guys have no idea how many times people have told me that they like my car. They're like, damn, bro, you have a really clean Z. Like, what have you done to it? Because these cars are usually like pretty beat up when you buy them, but I lucked out with this. So that's one thing that I really like about it. Another thing I really love about it is the way it feels. It just feels so like it feels like a raw driving experience. Like when I drive my brother's G37S, I feel like the car is just so smooth, so easy to drive, and it feels like the computer does mostly everything for me, and I kind of hate that. And that's one thing I love about this car, or another thing that I love about this car, is the fact that it's such a raw driving experience. Yes, he's here. And like the turning, everything just feels like you're in control of it, and it's not something that I feel with a modern or newer car. But yeah, all in all, I want to say that I definitely think the intakes and the exhaust together both actually did feel like they were a performance improvement for this car, so I'm really happy with that. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I do have a personal goal, which is to make this car faster and fresh kicks. And if I do get to race him in like 2 years, that'd be dope. But if not, like, I just said him. Like, I watch a lot of YouTubers, but I just said him because he's one of the guys that I see that's out there like racing supercars and whatnot, and like taking on supercars and whatnot. So that's why, like, I want to make this car fast enough to beat his 350Z. So that's my goal. But yeah, like I said, stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what it'll be yet. I'm thinking of going either front bumper or wrapping the car. I think it makes more sense to do a front bumper first and then wrap the car. So I think that might be it. I might order the front bumper soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Catch you guys later. Peace.